So, we're just a couple days out from Terrifier 2, so I wanted to take the time to go back and review All Hallows Eve and Terrifier before it comes out. All Hallows Eve follows an anthology connected by Art the Clown. So basically, he's the one force that's tying everything together in this weird VHS tape that's obtained by a kid trick-or-treating. From there it goes. Something I found really appealing about this movie is the way that it kind of has that vintage, almost nostalgic feeling about it. It uses a lot of practical effects and it uses a lot of that graininess that's present in a lot of movies like that. And it's something that kind of reminded me of a movie that I'd pick up at a rental store when I was a kid and then just get traumatized by it. So that was something that made me instantly connect with this and Terrifier as well. The first big compliment that I really want to pay this movie is that I think that the practical effects are amazing. That's something that especially can't be understated in today's day and age because of the way that there's an over-reliance on CGI. So when I see something like that, it's something that instantly gets me on the side of the movie and adds a lot of charm to it. And it's something that I definitely appreciated about the movie. Another thing that I really enjoy about this movie, there's a very bizarre, almost surreal tone to it. It kind of flows throughout each of the different anthology narratives, and each one kind of presents some kind of bizarre, scary situation or scenario, a mystery that's unraveled by the end of it, and then it all, of course, ties back to Art the Clown. Michael Gianelli's performance as Art the Clown is very interesting and good. It's a little bit difficult because I think that David Howard Thornton really perfected the character and the role with his expression, but I still think that Michael Gianelli really held his own as this character, and I think that there's a reason that this character is stuck and that Damien Leone felt that this character deserved his own movie, and the fact that he popped so much in this film is really what did it. This movie has a very graphic nature to it, which of course means it's not for everybody, even I think for on the low end of kind of more sensitive horror fans. I think that this might be a little bit too much for them, but it makes for just a crazy watch. It's very entertaining, it's very disturbing, especially with Art the Clown. You don't think that he will go to certain lengths. A lot of times horror movies kind of shy away from doing anything like with like harming children and stuff, so when Art kind of crosses those lines, it feels like there's like a violation of like a safety net that you think that is usually there, but it completely surpasses that, and it makes for the feeling that nothing's safe. There's also this very persistent and manic energy that's brought to Art the Clown, and that's another thing that I think Michael Gianelli does so well with this role. I don't know if it's as manic or as persistent as David Howard Thornton's, I don't think, but he really does well in this role. If I had to go a little bit negative, I think that some of the actual anthology stories themselves don't necessarily connect to the main through line. They usually connect them at the end in some way and kind of have a little bit of a hint of that, but they don't really explain it necessarily, and you kind of don't really understand the nature of Art the Clown. Although I think that is what makes him a little bit scarier, is the fact that you don't exactly understand the level of his supernatural abilities, or if he's just a guy in a clown suit. Kind of in the context of seeing how Terrifier came out and kind of knowing what direction Terrifier 2 is headed, it really feels like you're kind of at this first stepping stone, and it almost feels like you're just seeing the beginning of the evolution of Art the Clown, because I don't think that this and Terrifier necessarily connect. It just kind of feels like Terrifier is a little bit its own thing and is just kind of adapting the character into his own series. I don't think that in any way they're really connected, but it's great to kind of see the way that this develops and kind of see the beginning of it. It's by no means amateurish, that's crazy for a first-time director with Damien Leone. You really get put in the position and you really feel like you're in the situation that the babysitter and the kids are in, and it really lures you into the mystery of this tape and this character. I think that that's really what sells me on it as well. There's just this great wind-up and kind of escalation of reveals. I think that a lot of horror movies nowadays kind of want to show you everything, but the greats really know how to ratchet it up and kind of slowly show you things and kind of keep you on the edge of your seat that way, instead of showing you too little and boring you, or showing you too much and just kind of ruining everything. This movie really does kind of slowly wind things up more and more. You kind of get to see more, and then you kind of see what Art's deal really is. kind of seeing the genesis of Art the Clown and the stepping stones to what's to come later is always appealing to me. Makes for a great rewatch too. I haven't seen this movie in a little while and wasn't sure if it would hold up, but it really did. I think that it's a great addition to your Halloween watches, and I highly recommend it. Alright, thanks for watching. I'm going to be covering Terrifier as well, and then Terrifier 2 when I get to see it this weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you later.